Oh, how I long for days in the past, time of which I'll never get back. Each day, every morning and at night was beautiful. Each sunrise and sunset different from the last. Oh, a mind of a child, brimming with imagination, filled with thoughts, and overflowing with innocence. Time moving forward as it does, situations getting more complex, yet the mind stays pure, untouched by the rot of the world. A beautiful world to an innocent mind. Family drama comes in, makes things darker, makes the world seem less bright and vibrant. Sunrises and sunsets getting more and more dull until you can't tell the difference between one or the other. Depression kicking in. Thinking about all the stuff that happened in those years now past. Thinking about all that's happened with the perspective of somebody with no innocence. Less and less innocence, day by day by day. Times get rough. Situations get tough. What is there other than this? Other than what's going on right now in the given situation? What even is hope anymore? What is anything? Day by day by day, innocence dying more and more. New thoughts creeping into heads. Thoughts of violence. Thoughts of depravity. Thoughts of sad events. Emotions of anger at said events. Emotions of sadness at other events. Innocence fleeting still. As time moves ever onward, innocence dies more and more. Until all that's left of the world is a rotting shell of what it used to be. Family you admired so long ago, family you thought was perfect, could do no wrong, slowly doing more and more wrong. And individual minds thinking more and more of it. Going back on the context. Looking back on the things that happened in the past. Time moving on and on and on. Never relenting. Never giving up. Never going away. Will things ever get better than this? Who knows? Who's to say what life has in store next? Who knows what punches the world will throw at you. Who knows? Time moving on and on and on. Never stopping. Never looking back. Just moving on and on and on. Days molding into each other. 1 week, 1 year, who knows? How long ago was this event? When was that event? How old am I now? What is time? What is time other than moving ever onward? Time doesn't stop to hear an individual's thoughts. Time doesn't cease for anyone, no matter what. It moves on and on and on. Depression. Not a good thing, but a thing nonetheless. Creeping into minds little by little. Family dramas. Pent-up traumas. All from what happened before. Wondering if you could just go back, just wanting to go back for 5 minutes just to stop something, just to keep something from happening or making something happen. Hallucinations, mental unwellness. Seeing things that are not there. A screwed up sleep schedule that's wacky at best, random at best. And time moves on and on and on. Cares start to falter. Aspirations start to fall. The very things that make humans begin to fade. As thoughts of what if creeping into the mind. Thoughts of what if this could have been changed, or what if that went a little differently than it did in reality. You'll never get to know, and time will never care, because it moves on and on and on. Never faltering, never stopping. Only ever stopping the day the Lord tells it to. Religion, faith. Did a lot before. Starting to slow down. But things still hurt. Religion's not a cure after all. Not a cure to your depression. It's not a surefire way to immediately snap the mind out of a damaging mindset. No. But it is a foundation. A foundation of which to build, to be on the first steps to happiness. For some, at least. Others may not see it that way. Others being content with the way they see things. But for those that find comfort and solace in like any kind of religion, Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, Judaism, It's what they believe in. And it's what brings comfort. But time moves ever onward. Time moving on and on. However, things aren't all bad. Nothing is ever completely bad or completely good. All black, all white. There's gray areas and things. There's the middle of the ground sometimes. There's hope. Even if it is not sensed, hope still lingers, waiting to be seen again. Hope, always waiting there. Always waiting to be held again. To be there. To actually do something. To actually be had. Well, even if it's not visible, there is hope. Always. As long as there is breathing in the world, there will be hope. For better times. And as time moves ever onward, it's also important to realize that while not being able to go back and mold the past, it is still possible to mold the future. Because while time moves on and on and on, the future can still be changed. Things can be made for the better, no matter how bleak or weary something may seem. Sunrises and sunsets look whole again. They look more vibrant, more colorful, more alive. Sure, a situation can be bad, but a positive attitude is important. Especially, not to say, of course, that negative emotions aren't important. They are too. They're inevitable. But what's important is not letting the negatives be crushing or fully defeating. Not giving up is the most important thing. Sometimes it may seem easiest, the path of least resistance, but is it the right way? No, not always. Death is only ever an option if it is out of your own control. And that's why hope is important for everyone. Hope is necessary to go on. You push past the bleakness and the sadness. You get through those emotions. You get through the bad of life. And then you start to see, and then you start to look at the good again. The good is visible. Hope is finally seen. Within arm's reach. For some, just out of reach. But it can be reached if those people step forward and grab it. There's hope for everyone. No matter what. No matter how horrible a situation may seem, there's always hope. No matter how distant it may seem. Sometimes it takes a jog to catch hope. Sometimes it takes a full-on run. Sometimes it'll take a marathon. But hope is always there. Even if it's invisible at first. That's why it's important to never give up. To know that things can get better and will get better if you do everything you can to make it better. Hope is always there. And there's always someone that'll be willing to listen. And the beauties of the world can once again be visible. Hope is never lost. There's always hope, no matter what the circumstance.